All right, welcome to our little chit chat in regards to opening the door for people to learn what we've created here with Trakalia and a little bit more about this exciting affiliate program that we're introducing for the very first time. Well, who are we? I guess that's probably where we need to start.
My name's Jose Monet.
And I'm Jack Schrold.
Basically, with me, I've been around network marketing for well over 20 years. Done projects, done affiliate marketing, done internet marketing, done some great stuff in that area, and also switched over to the product development side for a long, long time, and actually with you as well.
Exactly.
And I know you've been around the block for several years.
Exactly. Well, let's tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, the company behind Trakalia is called apptropica.com. And we formed this company just a couple of years ago because we knew that we were getting very, very close to really finding what we would call the perfect synergy in terms of network marketing, business opportunities, and affiliate programs. Now, I've been around this stuff since, and I hate to say this, since the late 80s. Okay, so I've seen the good and the bad. I've seen the binary programs. We've seen it all. We've seen the latest, hottest things.
The
uppers, downers,
side, and all
every
this
kind
other
of
stuff.
thing.
And not putting none of those things down because it worked for some people, But of course, we both know that being in this industry for such a long time, there's other things that actually we've developed ourselves.
Exactly.
And I think that this opportunity, this comp plan that we're about to talk about real soon, is so unique. Now, I'm gonna ask you a question real quick. Basically, why Apptropica? Why Apptropica? What was that concept? Because this is your baby, this is your mind, this is your idea.
Yes,
and I wanted to talk to you
problem.
about that.
Well, the initial concept behind the Trakalia utility itself, real simple. We wanted something. We realized that a lot of the things that we've looked at over the last couple of years really didn't have a legitimate product. Number one, even if their affiliate program had momentum, the product was not really a good product. It was an ebook or another training course. We wanted something that was mainstream. So, I mean, you may think I'm crazy, but in my daily life, I look around and I always say, well, where does the traffic already exist? Instead of trying to create something and then forcing traffic to it out of thin air, we realized that with Trakalia, essentially, global tracking programs, global tracking of packages was already going on. We know that millions of people every day track packages globally. And the light bulb went off. And I said, if millions of people are already doing something, performing a utility, doing something that have nothing to do with business opportunities, there's got to be an opportunity here. And that's the vehicle. That's where this started from. But remember, as we've talked about over the months of putting this together, the utility, the product has to make sense, but so do the other components. And we know what those components are because, frankly, we've seen them fail in some other opportunities. We knew we had a great vehicle, and we knew what the product was going to be, that people need advertising. So in the business opportunity world, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's information products, network marketing, whatever it is you're doing, these people need a way, a funnel of reaching new eyes, new people. What better way than to use a mainstream utility to do that? And that's where this came from.
That's awesome, man. Let's talk about the compensation plan.
That's
what gets me excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never seen anything like this. So we've put together something great, and I do want to speak to you about that. So let's get into that.
Let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, I think it's important for everybody to know that we have seen over the last 20 years every type of compensation model, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers today would say the same thing. Now, please, we're going to give you a disclaimer here. If you love whatever it is you're doing, if you love a compensation model, then that's great. We're not putting nothing down. We're not here to disparage anybody. But in our opinion, over the years of doing this, we have found that there's a couple of problems that always exist with those models. And we wanted to eliminate them. So let's talk about that first. First of all, you have the old qualifiers. Okay? So when you do the math, it says that you should be making all of this money. But then in the small print it says, well, wait a minute, you need a certain amount of points a month, and you need people on your left, and people on your right, and people in the middle.
Right.
And you need all these crazy things to qualify you for being able to make the money.
Right.
The only thing it does is it qualifies the company on the other end to make more of the money that should have been going to you.
Exactly.
That's the problem, right?
Exactly.
The second problem is that nowadays we're seeing another problem, which is a lot of these comp plans that show you the big numbers on the bottom that you could be making $250,000 a month.
And then how hard is it to get to that?
Not only is it hard, but here's the issue.
That's crazy.
When you add up the amount of people that you actually have to introduce, it comes out to like 2.5 million people. I don't know about you, but I don't think that many of us are going to be able to bring in 2.5 million people.
Right.
And why is that? Because they have so many layers and levels and things that they can only pay out 20 cents or 40 cents.
And not only that, man, how many people could actually even get 10 people? 20 people,
exactly,
30 people, and you don't have a lot of that. But now you do have people that actually can do that. They're runners, and
that's why you need to have something that works for
everybody.
Okay, this works. What we're going to show you works for people that are those heavy hitters, that are veterans in the industry, but they need to work for the guy that has a job during the day, that wants to work at this and wants to introduce other people, but is not capable of flipping a switch and reaching 500,000 people.
All right. Now tell me about the comp plan. Break that down for us so that we can get it, because I'm excited about this.
We call this, as you know, my little word for this is the mirror compensation plan.
Right.
What it's really called is the dual compensation model.
Right.
And we're going to explain it right now. Now, we're not going to use charts. We're not going to use any funny charts here. But you will find on this page, probably below the video, a little link where you can download a PDF. That PDF will be able to give you more of a visual aspect to this. So you can either stop this right now and download it, or you can listen to us and then go back and read it later on the PDF. Okay, imagine this. It's very simple, all right? We wanted to create a plan that really brought together that team aspect. Now, both of us have seen other compensation models where we push people up, right? So you've all seen these plans where your third guy gets pushed up to your sponsor and your fifth guy, and these people get pushed up. The problem with those models is it does create a lot of synergy, but you may be losing someone that really is a wonderful guy that you want on your team.
Yeah.
We wanted to develop a concept where it still had that team ability, but without actually losing a person. Now, it sounds like an incredible task, but we've done it, okay? And here's how it works, guys. It's called a dual compensation plan because the affiliate marketers come in. You come in now, and you join. And everybody that joins under the affiliate plan basically gets put into two compensation models that are side by side. They're completely separate. You have an even plan and an odd plan, okay? Now, visually speaking, let's make this real clear. This is not multi-level marketing, all right? There's not levels and levels and levels. It's a single line. So if you guys draw in your mind or on a piece of paper a line horizontally across the page for the even line and another line separate for the odd line, every one of us that joins the affiliate plan here is going to have an even and an odd line. All right? We are always going to have an even and an odd line. So when Joe comes in, hypothetical Joe, he's going to have an even line and he's going to have an odd line. So if Joe brings in Mary, Mary is going to be on both lines. He's going to be on Joe's even line and Joe's odd line. Now, here's the difference, and here's the key component here in terms of the movement, all right? On the even line, if Mary is number one on the even line, she's going to be number one on the odd line, right? She's going to appear on both. But on the even compensation plan line, Mary moves up to the sponsor that Joe has in that comp plan, okay? Because in the even comp plan, Joe keeps and retains his personal referrals on the even numbers.
So you lose one on one, but you still hold them on the other.
Correct, and that's the key. Is that
That's
you understand
big.
that
That's a big deal.
The power here is that we have the push-ups, okay, which means that people are helping their sponsors build,
Right.
and vice versa,
Right.
okay, where everybody that you're bringing is helping you build,
Mm-hmm.
but you never lose a person in this comp plan. Okay, so let's
That's
talk
big.
about the math. Oh, it's massive. So
That's big.
let's make sure that you guys understand this, and we'll do a couple of quick examples. And if you're not looking at the page, it'll all make sense. So if Mary comes in, well, let's talk about it from a math point of view. Affiliate marketing for the first app that we're doing, Trackalia, is $20 a month. It's a recurring monthly income.
Right.
What are you getting for that? You're getting the ability to bring other marketers in. It's like having your own ad agency, right? And you're getting the power of the banner ads that you're going to be able to place with the utility in the smartphones and on the app on the website. So for the $20, here's the math breakdown so you guys get it. $4 of the $20 essentially is going as an admin fee for us to help keep the lights on and the technology working,
Right,
right?
absolutely.
The other $16 is broken up. $8 into the even line and $8 into the odd line.
Right.
So to make this simple, every person that you bring in or ends up being with you is worth $8, right? It's as simple as that. So it's split. 8 in the even, 8 in the odd. So when Joe brings in Mary, and he's number one, she's number one on both lines,
Right.
he's not going to keep her on the even line. He's pushed up to help his sponsor on the even line. But on the odd line, he's going to keep Mary and make the $8. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so what happens when the person is pushed up? So what happens to Mary when Mary is on Joe's even line as the number one and she gets pushed up? She gets pushed up to the sponsor for the even line.
Right.
We call that a direct.
Right.
Because they really don't go on to the sponsor's line.
Right.
You can't be moved more than once. Okay?
Right.
So that's kind of, just put those people into a circle. Those people are now making Joe's sponsor in the even comp plan $8 a month, the same as if they were a personal referral.
Wow.
So what does this actually mean? Well, the excitement is this. Okay, let's do a few numbers and show you the power of the dual comp plan. Hey, welcome back. We took a bit of a break there just in case you wanted to download or open up the PDF that's available below the video. All right, as I was talking with Jose in the first part of the video, you now understand that there's two parts of the dual compensation plan, right? Everybody has an even, everybody has an odd. When we bring people in, we call them personal referrals. They appear on both lines in both comp plans. And if you are number one, if you bring in Mary, like we said, and she was number one, she's going to be number one on the even and the odd. On the even comp plan, as we said, Mary is going to move up and become a direct of the sponsor in that grid. Whereas on the odd grid, Mary, who's number one, stays with John and is going to be commissionable for any of the ad packages that are sold. And as we know with Trackalia, it's $20 a month to be able to get the benefit of the advertising in the smartphone apps and on the website for Trackalia, right? And out of the $20, $4 of it's going to the admin, and $8 is being split. $8 is going into each of the dual comp plans. The even gets 8 and the odd gets 8. So the person who referred Mary, John, is always going to make $8 off of every single personal referral. So as we said, let's take a look at the math. All right. Now, if you did download or you opened up the PDF, this is going to make a lot more sense, but we're going to go through it quickly because this is just a quick video. But everything is in the PDF for you to take a deep breath and understand the numbers. So here's the deal. Let's do another explanation. Let's do another example here. All right, let's go back to John. John joins the Trackalia network, all right? He commits to the automated $20 a month to be able to get the ads and to be part of the business opportunity, right? He uploads his banners. He's getting traffic from the app, and he referred, like we said originally, he refers, let's say 40 people, okay? So John refers 40 people. In the map, here's what we're doing, right? We know that we're going to keep all 40 people. John's going to keep all 40 people in either the even or the odd, depending on the number, right? At 40 people times the $8, he's making $320 monthly income, right? 40 people times $8, $320. Well, that's not so bad for simply introducing other people that need traffic, that have a business opportunity or an information product, whatever it is they're doing, they need traffic. You're paying $20. But here's where it gets interesting. You've also opened up, as we like to say, your own ad agency. The ability to be able to refer other people through your affiliate link and to be able to make an ongoing commission. So let's assume that John's 40 personal referrals, obviously know other people that need traffic to their business opportunities. And let's say that that's 25 people, right? So every 40 people, for the 40 people that John introduced, each one of the 40 simply introduces it to another 25. Well, that means that there's 1,000 people, right? 40 times 25 is 1,000. Well, let's explain this to you. So John keeps the 40 affiliates, and they in turn keep all of their 1,000 people, right, in one of in either their even or their odd. But here's the deal. This results in 500 people, follow me through on this, on the plan that they kept, that the 40 people kept their 25 individuals, right? Every one of the 40 people is going to keep their 25 in one of the plans, the even or the odd. In that plan, half, 50%, even or odd, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 2 and the 4, or the 1 and the 3, is going to move up to John, right? Half of them. So that means that 500 of the 1,000 people in those 40 people's downline, right? 40 people's straight lines, I should say, will move up to John. Those people are called directs, okay? Those 500. And remember what we said, those 500 are kind of in their own little space for John. They really don't show up on the even or the odd line because they don't move up again, right? They stay with John. So here's the numbers. John, the 500 directs that he got times $8 is now $4,000 a month, okay? Remember, John simply brought in his 40 people who brought in 25 each. So let's add this up. There's $4,000 that John just made on the directs. We know that he's already made $320 on the personals. So John spent $20 a month for the subscription, and he's now getting $4,320 recurring a month. Now this would be incredible. I mean, where have we ever seen a comp plan like that? But this is just icing on the cake when it comes to the dual comp plan, all right? Now, let's talk about the second puzzle piece. As we told you at the beginning in our conversation, Trackalia is simply the first utility, the first app advertising package that we're making available through the network. As we proceed forward, every 45 to 60 days, Apptropica will introduce another utility package or a game package for advertising and affiliate purposes. They may range in price. They may not all be $20, but let's assume that for this example. So we know that John, going back to our example, made $4,320. That was on the 1,000 directs, on the 500 directs moving up and the 40 personal referrals. For purposes of this example, we're assuming that John brings in no one else and his directs bring in no one else. Okay, it's the 540 people, right? The 500 directs and the 40 personal referrals. All right? But when AppTropica comes out with package number 2, okay, it's another $20, we're going to say, right? Another $20. John is now paying $40 to get this advertising benefit and to unlock his second advertising agency, the second affiliate network, right? Now, instead of making $4,320 on those 540 people in his team, he's now doubled instantly by simply hitting the button and logging in and making sure that he's opted in for that second package. He's now making $8,640 on a $40 monthly investment. If the third package comes out 30 to 60 days later, he's making $12,960. Okay? It's the $8,640 plus another package with the $20 times the 540 people, right? So you have to tack on another $4,320. Now we'll take it one more step. When the fourth app opportunity, the app package comes out, you'll have to tack on another $4,320. So now John is paying an additional $20, right, times the 4 packages. He's now paying $80 a month for advertising. Not so bad. But now he's making, after the 4th package, with the same 540 people in his team, $17,280. Unbelievable. If this doesn't illustrate the power of the dual compensation plan combined with the AppTropica app network that we're creating, I don't know what will. So in evaluating the hypothetical numbers that I've just provided to you, remember something. We assumed that John and his personal referrals never brought in a single person after the initial amounts. We know that's not true. If John was making these numbers, he would certainly continue to bring in more personal referrals, and his 40 personal referrals would continue to do the same thing. So these numbers in the real world would probably be even bigger, all right? Secondly, we're assuming that each app package, just so you know, for the purposes of this, is a single app. Make sure that you understand that that's up to AppTropica. So we may have packages going forward that your advertising is actually connected to multiple apps, which are part of that app advertising package. Whether it's 3 games or 2 utilities, whatever it may be, that will vary with the cost of the package going forward. All right, so that is our quick and painless little overview of the dynamic and innovative dual comp plan for Trackalia. We hope that you've enjoyed this. Take your time, look at the numbers. If you haven't downloaded the PDF, go ahead and do it, and make sure that you attend one of our conference calls that we're going to do several times a week, and get back to the sponsor that sent you to the page. We are so excited, and we hope that you're going to join us on this incredible business opportunity and advertising journey, starting with Trackalia. Have a great day.